You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Tuesday night action in Worthen. For the first time in this program's 118-year history, the UMass Minutemen come to Muncie, Indiana for a date with the Ball State Cardinals as we inch closer and closer to March. Good evening, I'm Roen Elbert, taking you the whole way through this matchup between Ball State and UMass. And what a fun one we have on hand. I mentioned we're inching closer and closer to March. It's really starting to feel like it, especially for this UMass team. They're the current 8th seed in the Mid-American Conference. And what that means is you got 8 teams that make the MAC tournament. So if the season ended today, UMass would have already punched their ticket. But the unfortunate part for the Minutemen is the season does not end today. As a matter of fact, they've got 2 games after this one. But Ball State right now, their chances, they are still alive, but a very slim chance for the Cardinals to make that MAC tournament. They currently sit in last place, and they would need to win out, and they would also need some help along the way to get there. So the Cardinals, although mathematically aren't ruled out, it's very slim that the Cardinals are one of those 8 teams heading to Cleveland. However, a UMass team that's never played here at Worthen Arena. 118 years this program has been around, a very historic program at that. They've never played here at Worthen Arena. That changes tonight. Their first year in the Mid-American Conference as a member of basketball. It'd be so important for them to make the Mid-American Conference tournament. It's been an up and down season. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They've lost their last 3 MAC games, but they have one of the best head coaches really in the entire MAC with Frank Martin, who's been there the last 4 years after spending a decade at South Carolina, where he took them to the Final Four in 2017 as their head coach as the 7th seed. So Frank Martin, he's been there, done that. So making the MAC tournament, still with him as the head coach, it would be all the more impressive and just another thing that he could add to his resume, even though that list is probably very full at this point. But looking at this UMass team, really, it's hard to imagine them being in this position without this guy, Leonardo Bettiol. Bettiol, coming from Italy, a graduate student. He was at Abilene Christian the last 4 years, hits the portal for his graduate year, final year of eligibility, goes to UMass to learn under Frank Martin. And here we are. Bettiol has been one of the best players in the entire Mid-American Conference. Really, he just gets overshadowed in a way because with MAC play, people talk about Delrico Gillespie of Kent State. Even outside of the big men, they're going to talk about Peter Suter from Miami. So many great players in the MAC, but Leonardo Bettiol, he really has been one of the best players in the entire conference. Right now, averaging close to 18 points per game, close to 8 rebounds per game. He has been a double-double machine. Bettiol's been doing it all for this UMass team. It isn't just him. Marcus Banks, the graduate student coming from UMBC, he has been unreal scoring the basketball, close to 17 points per game himself. But the big blow for UMass tonight as they look for their first MAC win in quite some time. They're on a 3-game conference losing streak. Daniel Hankins Sanford, I've been told, is out for tonight. That is a big loss. He is day-to-day. That's the status Frank Martin gave him. But this is a guy who's averaging close to 12 points per game, 7.5 rebounds. So to lose a guy like Daniel Hankins Sanford, who is a starter for this team, that is a big loss potentially. He'll be replaced in the starting lineup where he usually is by Dimitri Clerk, a guy whose minutes have really just diminished as MAC play has started. So that makes things all the more interesting for this UMass team that really needs a win tonight, especially when Buffalo ahead of them as that 7th seed. Buffalo, they play Akron tonight. But before we get into all of that, the Ball State Cardinals are making their way onto the floor in their second to last game here at Worthen Arena this season. their season finale for the regular season. Hopefully for the Cardinals, from their perspective, it won't be their season finale, but chances are it more than likely will be their season finale, at least their regular season finale, March 6th against Central Michigan right here at home. That'll be an interesting day for the Cardinal-Chippewa rivalry, because not only does Ball State basketball take on Central Michigan that day, but Ball State baseball earlier that day will take on Central Michigan baseball over at Shebeck Stadium in Muncie. So things are interesting with that. That'll be in about a week and a half when we get that matchup. But until then, we got Ball State UMass right here. The Cardinals, boy, oh boy, do they need a win. It almost feels like they're due in a way, but just losing tight games in MAC play, it's been a rough go. Coming off a game against Akron where they lost by 13, but at the same time, they were competing with one of the best teams in the Mid-American Conference in Akron, led by John Gross, in that first half for quite some time. Akron only led by 4 at halftime. The Cardinals were playing them very close, eerily reminiscent to a matchup last year where Akron, they were the Mid-American Conference champions last year, but the Cardinals were right there with them the whole way until the very end, where Akron eventually pulled away. And that's kind of what happened in this one. And that's been the common trend for this Ball State team, where they've played very tight with teams for the most part, and then at the end, things sort of fall off the wagon, you could say. However, you're facing a UMass team that they've had a lot of one-possession, two-possession wins, kind of like Ball State. 8 of UMass's 15 MAC games have been decided by 3 points or less. That's what makes it interesting. Can this UMass team close out? That is the question, because this is a Cardinal team that they are playing for their tournament lives at this point, and so is UMass in a way. But a loss for Ball State could practically eliminate them, especially if Buffalo wins, and really the Cardinals are out. So Ball State is playing for their tournament lives. UMass, on the other hand, they're just trying to get a ticket to the dance, which makes things interesting. For Ball State, a lot of it's going to depend on Davion Hill. He has been the guy for this team in the last few games. You look to the Akron game where he started, and Hill, he started the last 4 games now. It's going to be his 4th game starting in a row for the Cardinals. He started the year in the 5, but he kind of fell out of that, and he's been coming off the bench, kind of serving as that 6th man. But now he's back in the 5. He had an 18-point double-double against Akron, 18 points, 11 rebounds. He was stellar in that regard, had 16 points on the road against Ohio 2 games ago. Really, Davion Hill has been the go-to guy for the Cardinals. It even felt like that when he returned to the starting 5 against Kent State. Primarily, it's been Armani Ziegler the last few weeks, but Davion Hill is who they've been playing through, and we'll see if that continues today. For UMass, really a lot of guys can go off. This is a team that has a lot of depth. Leonardo Bediol is the guy that most people point to that will have a great performance. But how about the freshman guard in Danny Carbuccia, who set the program record for assists in a game a couple of weeks ago with 17. Unreal stuff from the freshman. Marcus Banks Jr., a guy who can shoot the lights out. He had 37 points earlier this season. So this is a guy, these are really all 3 of those guys can go off at any given time. But once again for UMass, not having Daniel Hankins Sanford out there tonight is a big loss and will make things interesting as we go down the stretch. The Cardinals and the Minutemen just moments away from tip-off. We're going to take it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Men's Basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
This broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or you can just visit victorymuncie.com. Again, that is victorymuncie.com. We're just moments away from tip-off here at Worthen Arena between the Ball State Cardinals and UMass Minutemen. Let's go over those starting lineups, starting with this UMass team where things are a little bit different than usual. You get at the guard position, same as usual at the point guard, Danny Carbuccia out there for UMass. He has been stellar as a freshman, averaging close to 6.5 assists per game. At the other guard, you got Jaden Jingay, the junior. Down low, it's the usual Leonardo Bedial, one of the best players in the entire Mid-American Conference. At the other guard, it's Marcus Banks Jr., the graduate student. And rounding out the lineup, in place of the usual Daniel Hankins Sanford, it's Dimitri Clerk, the junior whose minutes have really diminished ever since MAC play has started. Looking back at his last couple of games, against Buffalo, he only played 6 minutes. Against number 22 ranked Miami, did not play at all. So this is an interesting test for Dimitri Clerk. How will he fare against the Cardinals? Talking with Frank Martin earlier in the day, he was saying if we have both big men, Hankins Sanford and Bedial, that if both of them are on fire and they're doing what they need to do, then we will win the game. If one of them is, we'll compete. But if none of them are, then we are not going to win the game. That is what Frank Martin was saying. And you're already at a disadvantage now without Hankins Sanford out there. But let's look at that Ball State starting five. It's Davion Hill out there coming off an 18-point performance against Akron. It's Armani Ziegler also coming off a really good performance against Akron where he had 10 points, 4 assists. Devin Barnes is back in the lineup. He was not starting against Akron, started against Ohio, however. Mason Jones down low, the only Cardinal to start in every game. Then rounding out the lineup, the freshman Preston Copeland. Looking back at his performance against Ohio a couple of weeks ago, really it was some great stuff from Preston Copeland where he had 10 rebounds. What the freshman has been able to do down low, it's been interesting. Some could say he's been used as an opener for Caden Fish in a way, with Fish coming off the bench and maybe playing more minutes, but that really hasn't been the case in the last couple of games. If you look back at the Akron game, Fish only played 10 minutes. And Preston Copeland, he played 30 minutes. So maybe his role getting bigger and bigger, especially when Ball State looks to build towards the future. With Caden Fish being a redshirt sophomore, he's still a part of that future, you would think. But so is Preston Copeland as a freshman, a guy that the Cardinals really believe in and have high hopes. As the starting lineups have been introduced here at Worthen Arena. Great crowd on hand for a Tuesday night, knowing that they don't have many opportunities left to see their Ball State Cardinals in action, because after this, they only have one more home game where they take on Central Michigan on March 6th at 7 o'clock. But before that, they go on the road against NIU, a Husky team that has struggled. That is a must-win because NIU, like every other team in the MAC, actually, they are ahead of Ball State in the standings by one game, NIU is. Then they go on the road to play Western Michigan, a team that actually shares an identical record with them at 3-11 in MAC play. Both teams come out. UMass in their all-black uniforms with the white lettering and the red trim. The Cardinals in their all-whites with the red trim. Cardinals left to right, UMass right to left. Tip off and we're underway. Ball State wins it. Preston Copeland over Dimitri Clerk. Devin Barnes takes it up straight away. Handoff Ziegler. So far, Ball State just spreading the love right from the get-go. Lob up inside Copeland from Hill. Underneath the basket in a double team. Kick out Hill straight away. They reset with half of the shot clock gone. Hill at the top of the key. Motors inside on the high block. A spin move. The kick out straight away Jones. Cardinals reset with Barnes on the left wing. Step back three at the horn. In and out it goes. Jones the long offensive rebound. Hill drives in. Back to the top of the key to Devin Barnes. Pushes outside to Mason Jones. Handoff Ziegler on the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Spin move inside. Step back jumper. In and out it goes. Bediol the board for UMass. And here we go. Carbuccia takes it up for the Minutemen. He's at the top of the key. A handoff to Bediol at the top of the key as well. Carbuccia straight away. A screen from Bediol. Looks inside, goes over to Marcus Banks off to his right. UMass trying to get into the paint with Bediol. A back in on Copeland. Underneath the basket now. 5 on the shot clock. Goes strong. Misses it short. Offensive rebound. Jinge. Kick out Banks. Straight away. 3 at the horn off the back iron. And it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Ball State with possession. The Cardinals get a big defensive stop to open this matchup. About a minute and a half in. No score yet. Davion Hill at the top of the key. A screen to his left from Mason Jones. He resets, pushes inside, step back from the MAC logo, off the front of the rim. Long rebound Banks, and UMass takes it the other way, right to left. Carbuccia goes strong with his left hand, up and under, good. The scoring gets started for UMass, 2-0 with Danny Carbuccia. 2-0 UMass early. Devin Barnes at the beak of the Cardinal head. Gets a screen from Mason Jones to his left. Passes over to his right to Armani Ziegler. A screen from Preston Copeland to his right. Pick and roll with a bounce pass to Copeland. Goes strong to the glass. In and out it goes. Clerk inhales it for UMass. Back the other way to the near corner, Jinge. On the high block, in trouble. Bounces over to Bediol. Guarded by Mason Jones. Backs him down. Now double team. Copeland pokes it away. Goes out of bounds on the near side. It stays here with UMass. Preston Copeland wants a review, however. He looks to the Cardinal bench. And I don't think Michael Lewis sees the vision, so we continue on. On that near left corner, it'll be Jaden Jinge to inbound for UMass. Goes to the top of the key with Carbuccia. A handoff to Jinge straight away. With his right hand, hands off to Banks. At the top of the key, he's in the jam. Whips over to Jinge. Near corner now, Carbuccia. Pulls the string from 3 and hits. Danny Carbuccia makes it 5-0 UMass with about 17 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Left to right, the Cardinals work with Armani Ziegler. Guarded by Bediol. Left to right, he dribbles. Pass out to Devin Barnes. Right wing, Ziegler for 3. Off the back iron. Had all day to shoot that one. Bediol the rebound for UMass. Carbuccia at the top of the key. A pick left from Bediol. Lob up inside Clerk. He's double teamed. Jones pokes it away for the Cardinals. Ball State with a fast break in transition. Davion Hill up and under. Good off glass. And they get the foul after the fact as well. So Davion Hill looks to complete a 3-point play for the Cardinals. How about Davion Hill with the athletic play? You know, it's funny. Talking to head coach Frank Martin of UMass earlier today, he said, we tried to get Davion Hill when he was in the transfer portal, but it didn't quite work out. As Davion Hill looks to complete the 3-point play. And he does just that. Makes it 5-3 UMass with 16:54 to go. UMass does make a change. Out goes Dimitri Clerk. In comes Dwayne Wimbley Jr., the freshman for this Minutemen team. Right to left, the Minutemen work with Gene Gay at the top of the key. A handoff to his right to Marcus Banks. Whips over to the left to Carbuccia. Carves his way inside, puts up a floater off back iron. Copeland, the rebound for the Cardinals. Davion Hill moves quickly at the top of the key. A handoff to Armani Ziegler on the right side. A screen from Copeland. Straight away, Ziegler pushes inside, high block, and a jam poked away by Bedial. Rips it out of his hands. UMass the other way, a 5-3 lead they hold over Ball State. Carbuccia in a bit of a jam guarded by Mason Jones on the right wing. A screen from Bedial to his left. Now he pushes. Lob to the near side. Banks a three-pointer. In and out. Bedial the offensive rebound. Strong to the glass and in. Leonardo Bedial makes it 7-3 UMass. Just under 16 minutes to go in the first half. The Minutemen with the early advantage. Davion Hill takes it up for the Cardinals. He has their only points so far today. Thought about a top of the key three. Instead kicks out Ziegler. Now it's Devin Barnes at the top of the key with 10 on the shot clock. Step back on the left wing, doesn't take the shot. Now it's 5 on the shot clock. He carves his way in a jam. Back behind, throws up the circus shot. Doesn't even graze the rim. It's a shot clock violation. And with 15:29 to go in the first half, that takes us to our first media timeout, where so far UMass, it's been all Minutemen. They lead 7-3 over Ball State. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
From trivia night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
We return out of the media timeout with 15:29 to go in the first half. UMass a 7-3 lead over Ball State. I'm Roen Elbert taking you the whole way through. So the big story so far with a 7-3 UMass lead is that the Minutemen have just been out shooting the Cardinals. UMass 38%, Ball State 13% from the field. 1 for 8 is the big story. And the one shot that they got to fall was a circus shot from Davion Hill. That's what makes it interesting. Is Davion Hill, he's put the team on his back really the last few games. But now here he is doing it so far in the first 5 minutes. As we await to continue this first half action, where UMass with a 15-13 overall record, 6-9 in MAC play. They continue on right to left. Danny Carbuccia takes it up. The freshman guard for this UMass team slows it down, fires to his right to Wimbley. He steps back with a kick out to Carbuccia, screen to his left from Bedial. UMass sharing the love on the perimeter. Lob up inside for Bedial, and he's fouled from behind before the ball even hits Bedial's hands by Preston Copeland. And Caden Fish checks in for Preston Copeland after the fact for the Cardinals. With 15:11 to go in the first half, 7-3 UMass. With Danny Carbuccia out of Yonkers, New York, to inbound on the right side of the basket on the baseline. Wearing his black headband with his cornrow hair. He controls it at the top of the key. Looks for a man as Jingay. Left wing three off the back iron. Long rebound, Elmore James for the Cardinals. He had to fight for that one. Davion Hill moves quick the other way. In the near mid-range area, he backs down Banks. Into the paint, puts one up through 2 Minutemen. Misses short. Caden Fish offensive rebound. He misses it left. And Bettiol gets the long rebound for UMass. Bounce pass to Bettiol, middle of the lane. Gets past Caden Fish for two. 9-3 UMass with 14.5 minutes to go in the first half. Juwan Maxey takes it up, the first time we call his name today. Controls it near corner, takes one dribble, whips it at the top of the key to Caden Fish. Spin move and dishes at the top of the key to Mason Jones. Elmore James off of a handoff, bouncer to Jones near mid-range area. Spins back in a jam, 6 on the shot clock, goes up and under to the glass and good. 9-5 UMass, but Mason Jones adds 2 points to the Cardinals total. Just north of 14 minutes to go in the first half. Bettiol pushes down on Fish, misses it right. Mason Jones deflects it out of bounds on the near baseline. So UMass catches a lucky break. And a couple of changes made for this UMass team, 3 to be exact. You got Luka Damjanec, the sophomore, he checks in. Got Isaiah Placid, the graduate student, and then the junior KJ Parker all coming in for UMass. It is Parker to inbound on the right side of the basket. Fakes the lob to Wembley. A violation called on UMass. In that process, it was 5 seconds on the baseline. Couldn't get the inbound. Had no options. Stifling defense for the Cardinals, so Ball State moves forward. Left to right, Juwan Maxey controls it. He's at the top of the key, a screen to his left from Fish. Pick and roll underneath the basket. Past 2 Minutemen, and he is caught traveling in the process. Back to back we go. Back and forth we go when it comes to the turnovers and the decisions from both teams that are not going their way. Damjanec straight away. Handoff. Parker, his three-pointer on the right side. It's good. KJ Parker gets the 3 to go down the hatch. 12-5 Minutemen. Ziegler goes strong, looks to respond. Bouncer to Fish at the free throw line. On the high block, he controls. Fakes the handoff to Maxey. Goes to Maxey inside. Goes strong to the cup and good. Juwan Maxey makes it 12-7 UMass. A little over 13 minutes to go in the first half. Now it's Isaiah Placid. He airs it out to Damjanec at the top of the key. He fakes a handoff to Wembley on the high block. Far side Banks on the perimeter. Pushes in with his left hand. He's on the high block. Puts up a floater. Rims out. Long rebound Placid for UMass. On the low block, goes strong with the taken in off glass. Isaiah Placid makes it 14-7 UMass as the Minutemen are doubling up on the Cardinals. Juwan Maxey, he looks to counter, top of the key, 3 and good. Book it for Juwan Maxey, 14-10 UMass. Back and forth we go. Damjanec and a jam on the left wing, hands off to Wembley. Fakes the shot, drives inside, kick out Placid at the top of the key. A screen to his right from Damjanec. Whips it over near side Wembley, puts up the 3 off the back iron, long rebound Juwan Maxey. Cardinals the other way with Maxey on the right side of the perimeter. Lasers over to his left to Armani Ziegler. A screen to his right from Caden Fish. Thought about the top of the key 3. Instead pushes inside. Bounce pass. Elmore James goes strong to the rim and good. Ball State cuts it within 2 for UMass. 14-12. South of 12 minutes to go in the first half. Marcus Banks. A screen to his right. Lasers inside to Damjanec. Pick and roll. Good for the Minutemen. 16-12. Michael Lewis beside himself after that play. With about 11.5 minutes to go. Kick out Jones, left wing 3. Off the left side of the rim, Damjanec inhales it for UMass. Left side Placid, counters for 3 potentially, in and out. Back and forth we go with quick shots for both teams. Armani Ziegler, the transfer from St. Peter's, takes it up in his first year as a Cardinal. Pushes in with his left hand, bouncer for James. Underneath the basket, goes strong with it, gets his own rebound and misses it short. Damjanec with stifling defense for the Minutemen. Dwayne Wembley Jr. drives in baseline, goes up and under, swirls out. Caden Fish the board. Under 11 minutes to go in the first half, 16-12 UMass. Maxey left side. Fires over to Armani Ziegler. A screen right from Caden Fish. Steps back, straightaway Fish now. Pushes inside, loses control, gets it right back though. The kick out Ziegler at the top of the key. To the near corner, James. His three is off the back iron. It's Placid with the rebound, walking the tightrope on the baseline. KJ Parker takes it up for the Minutemen straight away. Looks left, has Banks, puts up for three, near short. Ziegler the other way for the Cardinals. Tries to go coast to coast, blocked by Wembley on the shot. Dwayne Wembley Jr. with that stifling defense. The big-time rejection. A lob up inside for Wembley is intercepted by Caden Fish. Juwan Maxey tells the Cardinals to slow it down, and that he does. With under 10 minutes to go in the first half, 16-12 UMass. High post, Maxey puts up a floater, all cash. 16-14 UMass. Juwan Maxey making an impact early. He has 5 points. Damjanec straight away. Fakes the give to Wembley. He controls it straight away. Fires to his right to Parker. A screen to his right from Damjanec. Step back mid-range shot. KJ Parker drains it. 18-14 UMass with another right hand. Ziegler takes it up left to right for the Cardinals. Pick right from Caden Fish. Right wing, Ziegler in a jam. Hands off to Fish. Back to Ziegler. Thought about the right wing three. 10 on the shot clock. He's in the near corner. Fish on an island. Top of the key. Off the right side of the rim. Wembley inhales it for UMass. Parker the other way. Goes left to right as he dribbles into the paint. Double team by a sea of Cardinal white. Wembley off of the deflection on the near side for UMass. Straight away Parker. Guarded by Fish on the high post. Drives inside, kick out Wembley at the top of the key. Now he pushes, spin cycle into the paint and good. Dwayne Wembley Jr. making his impact known for the Minutemen. 20-14 UMass with 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Banks guards Ziegler for the Cardinals. Drives inside, bounce pass, Fish. Goes strong and misses it short. Fish is still down. It's 5-on-4 for UMass. Placid the other way. To the kick out near side. Banks his three-pointer. Rims out Damjanec's offensive rebound, and he gets it, and Caden Fish is still down. Oh, no. Caden Fish is still down. He's holding on to what looks to be his rib cage area. And how about this? What a class act. That's Frank Martin, the head coach of UMass, helping up Caden Fish. And Fish gets up. He seems fine, but he's holding on to his left rib, it appears. Now he's hustling back to the Cardinal huddle. You just hope everything's fine with Caden Fish. This is a guy that is such a happy-go-lucky guy, so positive, but he has had a lot of negatives going on in his life the last couple of years, one of those being a season-ending shoulder injury back in 2023. But still, Caden Fish is a positive light in the team. A lot of guys reflect on that, saying that Caden Fish is, in many ways, the light of the team off of the court. As we continue on with this timeout, 7:54 to go in the first half, 22-14 UMass leads. Currently a 6-0 run in the last minute and a half for this UMass squad. Overall, the big story has just been Ball State's shooting. 27%, 1 3-pointer to their name as well. They're 1 for 6 from 3. UMass has just been shooting the ball better, plain and simple. A lot of it comes down to that. You look at the rebounding numbers, you look at the turnover margin. These are all important stats, yes, but both teams are fairly even in that regard. So as it stands right now, it's just been who's been able to put the ball at the bottom of the basket better. And right now, it's looking like UMass is doing that. A UMass team that really in conference play, they haven't missed a step when it comes to their shooting numbers, shooting about 47% as a collective as they meet on the right side of the court in their all-black uniforms. Ball State in their whites today. Great crowd on hand for this matchup as well. Always a great crowd at Worthen Arena, but especially tonight, knowing that there aren't many chances left to see this Ball State team. A Cardinal team that admittedly hasn't had their best season, 8-19 overall. But what's interesting is the last time Ball State has had a team with under 10 wins, you have to go back to the 2014-2015 season. Unreal. They won 7 games that year, so the Cardinals have already eclipsed that mark. Sure, but 8-19, luckily for them, including this game, they have 4 games left, so they could easily get past that 10-win mark. Last year they won 14. They just barely missed out on the Mid-American Conference tournament. UMass last year, they didn't even make the A-10 tournament. But the A-10, one of the best mid-major programs out there. So many great teams. Cardinals out of the media timeout. They work left to right. Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. 22-14 Minutemen. Davion Hill at the top of the key. A screen right from Copeland on the high block. Kick out left Jones. Devin Barnes straight away. Whips it to his right to Ziegler. He's guarded by Jingay. Pick right Copeland. 5 on the shot clock, drives inside, puts up a floater from the MAC logo, misses it right. Bediol, who checks back in, gets the rebound. Now Carbuccia takes it up for UMass. He's also checked back into this matchup. On the right wing, drives baseline, kick out right side Parker. Lob inside for Bediol, backs down Copeland. He's stonewalled, has to kick out left side Placid. His three-pointer is money. Isaiah Placid makes it 25-14 Minutemen. Placid, who's coming off a couple of games ago, his vintage performance against Miami where he put up 19 points. But however, against Buffalo, he only played a minute. Hill drives inside off of that, picked from behind by Jingay, gets it back, but blocked from behind by Carbuccia in the process. He takes it up the floor with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half for UMass. Parker at the top of the key. Motors inside, tough floater, misses left side of the rim. Jones the board for the Cardinals. Ziegler loses control. Fight for the ball on the floor. UMass comes away with it. Bouncer right side, Parker for 3. Book it! KJ Parker going on a wild ride with this UMass team, and a timeout called by Michael Lewis and company for Ball State. With 6:13 to go in the first half, Ball State trails 28-14 to the Minutemen. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
Back in action from Worthen Arena. 28-14 UMass, 6:13 to go in the first half. Cardinals work left to right. So Devin Barnes takes it up for the Cardinals. UMass with Donovan Brown into the matchup. He guards Barnes straight away. James drives baseline. He's in the jam. Bounce pass to Barnes on the right side of the perimeter. Preston Copeland underneath the basket. The kick out to the near corner, James. He pushes in baseline. Goes glass and good with the tough take, Elmore James. 28-16, just what the Cardinals needed. That broke a 3.5-minute scoring drought for the Cardinals. Just south of 6 minutes to go in the first half. On the near side, it looks like a double dribble on UMass's end. It was on Isaiah Placid on that near corner. Had an opportunity there, but unable to connect with it. So 28-16 UMass leads. They end up calling it an offensive foul, actually. That made more sense. So Juwan Maxey takes it up for the Cardinals, left to right. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. The Detroit native across the timeline over to Preston Copeland. Handoff Barnes, top of the key. A drive inside at the MAC logo. He's in trouble, has to kick out to Jones. It's Juwan Maxey who handles on the left side of the perimeter, guarded by Brown. Lasers over to his right to James. A screen left from Copeland. Into the paint, James goes. Bouncer to Copeland, and a shot clock violation. Copeland slammed it home, but that was seconds after the shot clock had expired. It's 28-16 UMass. One of those things where it was a great look for the Cardinals, but I bet they wish there were actually 32 seconds on that shot clock rather than 30. I bet most teams probably wish that were the case. Carbuccia takes it up right to left. Whips over to Jingay, left side. Copeland intercepts the pass. So Ball State the other way they work. Far corner, Jones tries a three. Goes well long. Jingay fights for the board for UMass. He's able to get past Copeland. UMass the other way. Far corner. Brown tries a three off the front of the rim. And a foul on the floor after the fact goes against Jaden Jingay. The Cardinals make a change. Cam Denson checks in for the first time today, in for Mason Jones. Luka Damianit's back in for UMass. He comes in for Jaden Jingay. At the last second, UMass brings out Marcus Banks Jr. He comes in for Isaiah Placid. With 4.5 minutes to go, UMass a 28-16 lead over the Cardinals. A game that for the most part has been all Minutemen, especially in the last 5 minutes. They're on a 12-2 run. Devin Barnes on the right wing. A bouncer for Maxey is intercepted by Brown. UMass the other way with Carbuccia. Full steam ahead with his right hand. A floater goes off glass and good. Danny Carbuccia can do no wrong so far tonight. He has 7 points now, 30-16 Minutemen. He intercepts a pass on the near side, goes out of bounds into the possession of Ball State. Cardinals make a change, a pair of them as a matter of fact, with Davion Hill, Armani Ziegler. They come in for Devin Barnes and Juwan Maxey. In a must-win game for the Cardinals, who sit at last place in the Mid-American Conference. Davion Hill's double team. Goes to Copeland on the high block. Near corner, Ziegler the three. Off the front rim, it misses. Long rebound, Hill gets it. Left side, Denson for the Cardinals. Bouncer to James. It's picked off, but it goes off of Elmore James and out of bounds on the far side into UMass's possession. And another timeout called with about 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first half. 30-16 Minutemen. We'll be right back after the quick commercial break. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
3:49 to go, first half. UMass a 30-16 lead over Ball State as we come out of the media timeout. The Cardinals just not having their way when it comes to scoring right now. They're on the wrong side of a 14-2 run for the Minutemen, and also a scoring drought in the last 2 minutes. Only 2 points scored in the last 5 minutes total for the Cardinals. Or really, defensively, it's been all UMass. The leading scorer so far for this Minutemen team, surprisingly, KJ Parker off of the bench. But it's no surprise in the way of, in the last 4 games, 3 of the last 4 games, he's been in double-figure points. So Parker, a guy who off the bench can really contribute for this UMass team. No surprise, Danny Carbuccio, one of those leading scorers as well with 7 points, the freshman guard. He takes it up right to left. Lasers over to Donovan Brown, right side. At the top of the key, Carbuccio looks for the outlet, gives to Banks, left side. Back to Carbuccio straight away. Feed inside Bettiol. Backs down Copeland. In a triple team. Has it poked away by Copeland. And Ziegler comes away with it for the Cardinals. 3.5 minutes to go first half. 30-16 Minutemen. Ziegler whips it left to James. Airs over to Hill at the straightaway point. Fouled in the process as he's driving to the rim. Foul goes against Donovan Brown. That leads to a change made for UMass. In comes Wimbley, out goes Damjanec. Ziegler to inbound on the far side for the Cardinals. So far today for Ziegler, no points. Pretty rare to see him empty in the scoring column, especially in this juncture of the game with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Fires right, James, the three-pointer off the front of the rim. Brown, the rebound for UMass. Marcus Banks in transition for the Minutemen at the top of the key, guarded by Denson, has a mismatch, hands off Carbuccio. Another handoff to Donovan Brown at the straightaway point, a kick out to Carbuccio, top of the key. Bettiol, the give to Banks straight away. Bounce pass to Bettiol on the pick and roll. Goes strong and good as he lays it up and over. 32-16 with Leonardo Bettiol with the 2 points that time. Davion Hill, right side of the perimeter. Fires over to the far side with Ziegler. Back to Elmore James on the right end. Ziegler pushes inside the MAC logo. Kick out near side Hill. His three-pointer off the back iron, and a foul called on the floor with the rebound. Looks like it goes against Cam Denson. That leads to the Cardinals making some changes. Out goes Denson and Hill. In comes Maxey and Jones. In a game that the Cardinals really need to win, especially when you look at their 4-game losing streak. Carbuccio takes it up for UMass. Also on a 4-game losing streak, this Minutemen team. Bettiol high block, handoff Banks, pushes inside, goes strong and projected by Copeland. Out of bounds on the baseline, but Preston Copeland with the highlight play. Batted that ball away, my goodness. Copeland just climbing the ladder to get a hold of that. It stays with UMass on the baseline, but my goodness, Preston Copeland. Carbuccio, lob up inside for Bettiol. Double team, fights through it, blocked by Ziegler. It's a block party here in Muncie, I suppose. Maxey, the three. Misses far. James, the offensive rebound, up and over, swirls out. A fight for the ball. Preston Copeland rips it away. Underneath the basket, Elmore James. He puts it up and gets it to fall this time. 32-18 UMass. A minute and a half to go in the first. Bedial with the right hand. Motors inside through two Cardinals. Misses it long. So Ziegler takes it up for the Cardinals. 32-18 Minutemen. A minute to go in the first half. Elmore James fights through a pick. He's at the free throw line. A bouncer to Copeland, guarded by Bedial. Copeland nearly loses control in the near mid-range area. Over to Mason Jones, outlet to Ziegler. Push inside, the kick out, far corner James. Well too long, Bedial goes right into his arms. In transition, Dwayne Wembley, Euro step up and over, misses it long. Cardinals have it 5-on-4. 30 seconds to go. Ziegler a screen right from Copeland. Bouncer on the pick and roll, has it fouled. Goes on the floor against UMass with 30 seconds to go in the first half. That goes against Danny Carbuccia. And Armani Ziegler, it appears, will inbound on the left side of the basket for the Cardinals with 30 seconds to go in the first half. A game where they trail by 14. Over the Preston Copeland, too long. Bedial takes away. In transition, over to KJ Parker on the low block. The kick out far side. Carbuccia for three. Off back iron. Wembley, the offensive rebound. And a foul called on the shot. Armani Ziegler hacked him. So the freshman and Dwayne Wembley Jr. to shoot 2 free throws for the Minutemen. Just under 20 seconds, 19.9 now. Every little nanosecond matters, especially for Ball State trying to forge a comeback down by 14. Wembley, a deep breath, first free throw is good. Dwayne Wembley Jr., his father Dwayne, that's Dwayne Wembley Sr., he played at the University of Miami, so he's got basketball in his DNA. A change made for UMass. Damjanec checks in for Bedial. But Wembley trying to make a big impact as he really has tonight. 3 points, now make it 4 at this point, but if he can get this free throw to fall, because in the last 5 games, he's only had a combined 10 points. He gets that one to fall. 4 on the day now for Wembley. 34-18 UMass. Shot clock is off. Game clock at 15. Cardinals look to hold out for the final shot of the first half. Elmore James, right wing, pushes inside to kick out Maxey. Top of the key. 3. Book it. Jawan Maxey with the tray. 34-21. UMass with the half-court heave from Parker off the left side of the backboard. And that'll do it for the first half. The UMass Minutemen have dominated this one. They lead by 13 over the Ball State Cardinals, 34-21. In a matchup where the Minutemen have dominated, the Cardinals yet to lead. We're going to take it to a quick break. We'll be back with some halftime coverage. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
Thank you, Connor. About 10 minutes to go until we have second half action, but until then, the Ball State Cardinals trail 34-21 to UMass. At the current moment, if you want to know about the on-court entertainment during halftime, you got Dazzle Dance out there. It's these kids, they're dancing. I think that's kind of implied in the name. Doing something that I'd never be able to do. For one, I'd never be able to dance. If you ask anyone that knows me, they can tell you I can't dance. I won't even try it. But they're doing it in front of hundreds of people here at Worthen Arena, maybe even 1,000 people here. So props to them. Something that I could really never do. But I guess when you're doing it with your friends, I'm sure it's fun. But we continue on with this matchup where it's 34-21 UMass. And to really put a button on what this first half looked like, it's really this. The Cardinals have not been shooting the ball that well. 27% from the field. 15% from three. A matchup where the Cardinals have just struggled in all facets, especially scoring when they haven't really in this matchup been able to even draw fouls. Really both teams, UMass only one trip to the free throw line. Ball State, their one trip to the free throw line was that and one from Davion Hill. So just really a game where the Cardinals just haven't been shooting the ball well. The turnover margin has been fairly even. where it's Cardinals with 8, UMass with 6. The rebounding has been pretty similar as well, with UMass with 24, Ball State with 20, so it really does come down to the scoring. The Cardinals down by 13. It makes that big of a difference with UMass shooting 41%, 31% from 3. It does make that big of a difference in a game where really the Minutemen have dominated completely. They've led in all of the first 20 minutes in this, and they haven't relinquished that lead ever since they took that first 2-0 advantage. But when it comes to individual players for UMass, KJ Parker has taken the cake today, which is interesting to me, especially because we really didn't expect that when it comes to scoring. He has 8 points, but at the same time, he's been hot lately. 3 of his last 4 games, he's been in double-figure points. But it's the same as usual for Leonardo Bedial. 6 points, 8 rebounds at halftime, so he's on pace for what would be a 12-point and 16 rebound game. Sorry about the math is just not mathing in my head. But there, yeah, 16 rebound day he's on pace for, but 8 rebounds at half for Bedial. No surprise, really, when it comes to what he's been doing all season for this UMass team. Leonardo Bedial has been unreal. I don't know how many people really expected it either, especially when going into this season, UMass, we didn't know what to expect with Frank Martin in his 4th year at the helm, especially going into a new conference, because it's tough, especially last year not making the A10 tournament. You go to the Mid-American Conference, and a lot can happen. You just don't know what's going to happen, and what it looks like right now is UMass, if they get this win, which would be huge for them, Buffalo, the team that's ahead of them in the MAC standings, they are playing Akron tonight, which that is a very tough matchup. A Buffalo team that they've had an up-and-down season. Really, anyone who's in this vicinity of 6 through 10 have kind of had an up-and-down season in the MAC. But really, Buffalo has been one of those teams where they've had good wins, but they've had some bad losses. Buffalo, a team that also won here at Worthen Arena just about a couple weeks ago. That was a huge win for them. And Buffalo's looked really good the last couple of weeks, but a loss to Akron at this point would put UMass ahead of them, so they would be 7th in the Mid-American Conference, and at that point, they'd be chasing Bowling Green, who's in that 6th slot. A lot going on in the Mid-American Conference, to say the least. Ball State would need quite some help to get into the conference tournament. They currently sit 3-11. That's tied for last place in the Mid-American Conference, and Western Michigan has that tiebreaker over them. So the Cardinals sit last in the MAC, and if UMass gets that win today, and if Buffalo can somehow win as well over Akron, then the Cardinals are mathematically out of the picture. But at the same time, there's still that very small chance at the current moment, because the Ball State, they would need to win out, and they would also need some help. That's always the worst feeling for a team, when you really can't control your own destiny, and that's really where Ball State is at right now. And the poor shooting numbers today, it just hasn't been a great representation of a team that really needs to play for their tournament lives, in a sense. But Jawan Maxey has been the bright spot for the Cardinals. 10 points, 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. It's been a great day for Jawan Maxey at the office. Maxey has had a lot of great performances on the season. I think back to earlier on in the year where he had 27 points. That's actually the most points a Cardinal has scored this year. So Maxey is a guy who off the bench can be a spark plug for this team. You also look at, other than that, you got Elmore James with 6, Mason Jones with 2, and Davion Hill with 3. Those are the only players for the Cardinals that have scored. 4 different players for the Cardinals have scored, and it's been 6 different players for UMass that have scored. So you look at that comparison. However, for the Cardinals, if they can shoot better, maybe there is light at the end of the tunnel in this matchup, even though they're down by 13, because UMass, they didn't make a field goal in the final 2.5 minutes of that first half, and they were 0 for 5 in that stretch. So maybe the UMass team getting a little bit of those shooting woes. Only time will tell as the Cardinals make their way back out to the court. And one of the last chances that the fans will have to see this team. I keep reiterating it because really you have tonight, and then you got March 6th against Central Michigan at home, and that's really it for the Cardinals. But this is the biggest game that they've played probably at Worthen Arena this year. You even look back to that Buffalo game a couple of weeks ago. But a loss today for Ball State would just be devastating, especially for a team that's been so close in a lot of games, and especially in their wins too. Most of the Cardinal wins have just been hard-fought wins in the clutch. Actually, the last 4 of them for Ball State have either been 1-possession or 2-possession wins. The last time the Cardinals had more than a 2-possession win was back in December. It was against Division III Earlham, where they won in just a plentiful amount. They dominated the Division III school as expected. And then also outside of that, you got a double-figure win against Mansfield, the Division II school. And then the other one before that was Louisiana, a team that's been struggling in the Sun Belt. But other than that note, the Cardinals just looking for a bounce-back second half where they trail by 13, and they just haven't been shooting the ball well. Let's see if that changes when we return on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Ranked number 1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio. We are back with just under a minute to go until second half action here between the Cardinals and Minutemen. I'm Roen Elbert taking you the whole way through tonight for what hopefully could be a down-to-the-wire finish in the second half. It just hasn't looked like that in the first. A 13-point Minutemen advantage. It's just been all UMass. But for the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos, and SportsLink program information, you can find this at ballstatesportslink.com. Again, that's ballstatesportslink.com. UMass will open the second half with possession. Left to right they go. Leonardo Bediol, he inbounds. And a stoppage in play before we can even get started. That was a very brief intermission. Now we're back at it again. Carbuccia takes it up for UMass. Left to right, he pushes inside through a sea of Cardinal white. Goes glass, misses long. Bediol offensive rebound. Kick out Banks, gets a man to miss. Puts up for 3 and in. Marcus Banks Jr. gets the scoring started for UMass in half number 2, 37-21. Jones straight away. Screen left, dishes over to Hill. A bouncer to Ziegler at the top of the key on the high block. Thought about the shot. He goes up and under to the glass. Copeland offensive rebound, misses it short. Clark the rebound. We haven't seen much of Clark, even though he started the game. But he's back out there here for second half action. 37-21 UMass in the first minute of the second half. Danny Garbuccia, right side. Handoff left to Banks. Garbuccia lasers to his left to Bedial. On the high block, backs down Copeland. He's in trouble, goes strong to the glass, misses short. Copeland fights for the board, gets past Dimitri Clerk. Davion Hill the other way, he moves quickly. Stutter step to the glass, misses it short. Cardinals get the offensive rebound with Copeland. It is Preston Copeland on the high block. Fires over straight away to Devin Barnes. Cardinals reset with Barnes at the top of the key. A step back straight away, thought about the shot, didn't take. Bounce past the Hill, hand off Copeland underneath the basket and good with the foul. Preston Copeland looks to complete the three-point play for the Cardinals. The foul goes against Dimitri Clerk, but what a big play for the Cardinals coming out of that halftime break with 18 minutes, 25 seconds to go in this matchup. UMass leads by 14, but Preston Copeland, the freshman, looks to complete the three-point play. He does just that. Copeland, who previously played at Overtime Elite, one of the best young programs for young players, now playing with the Cardinals here in Muncie. Banks a near corner three. He responds. Marcus Banks Jr. forces a timeout called by Michael Lewis, and he is beside himself. 40-24 Minutemen. Marcus Banks Jr. having quite the day for this UMass team. Forces us to a Ball State timeout. Looking at it for UMass, it's been a plethora of guys who are making big impacts, and one of them being Banks, with both of his shots made in the second half being three-pointers, and those are actually both of his shots on the day. Goes to show, kind of going back to my point earlier, where UMass, it can be anybody. It can be anyone that can hurt you. And so far, it's been a connection of Leonardo Bedial, Marcus Banks Jr., and KJ Parker to do it. We've seen a lot of not so familiar faces in UMass's rotation today. For instance, Donovan Brown doesn't play much, but he played quite a bit in that first half. He hasn't played in the last two games. As a matter of fact, he actually has more games played than points. So that goes to show how much he has played when he does. So for Donovan Brown to have him in there, it's not just him. You also see Dimitri Clerk, who his minutes have really diminished. Even going back to the Miami game, he didn't play at all. He only played 6 minutes in their last game against Buffalo, but he's starting today. So for this UMass team, a lot of new guys getting some reps, and a lot of that comes down to the injury of Daniel Hankins Sanford. We've been told he is day-to-day, which that makes things a little bit more interesting for this UMass team, especially when you look at their upcoming schedule. This weekend, they go on the road. They play at Bowling Green. And then the next week, their season finale, they host Ohio. These are two teams that are both right now not clinched in the MAC tournament, but they're essentially locked in, especially Ohio. Ohio's the 4th seed. Bowling Green is the 6th seed. For the Cardinals, looking at their upcoming schedule, this weekend they go on the road to take on NIU. That'll be the last time they play NIU because they're moving to the Horizon League after this year. Then after that, next week they go on the road to play Western Michigan. That'll be a big game as they both have identical records. And then they close out the season at home on March 6th against Central Michigan. With 18:15 to go in the second half, 40-24 Minutemen. With Armani Ziegler to inbound for the Cardinals. Ball State today wearing their white uniforms with that red lettering, the black trim. UMass in their all-black uniforms with the white lettering and the red trim. As we all wait for that inbound, Cardinals go right to left. And here we go. Ziegler claps his hands, now we go. UMass brings a full court press on the Cardinals. Interesting move. Up by 16, UMass is. Davion Hill at the Cardinal head for Ball State. Right to left, the Cardinals work. Fires right to Ziegler. Back to Hill straight away. Now Ziegler at the top of the key. A step back at the free throw line. Kick out Hill. Carves his way inside. Over to Ziegler. Top of the key. 3. Book it. Ziegler from downtown. 40-27 UMass, but just what the doctor ordered for the Cardinals. Danny Garbuccia back the other way for the Minutemen. Right side, Banks on the perimeter. Dishes left to Garbuccia. And a whistle blown on the floor. Offensive foul against UMass. Looks like that went against Leonardo Bediol. If that's the case, then that is huge for the Cardinals. Ball State trails by 13. Cardinals looking to forge a comeback as Davion Hill takes it up. Cardinals haven't really been a second-half team this year. They'll have to combat that today. Hill at the top of the key loses control. Garbuccia takes it away. Back the other way, Jinge for UMass. And an offensive foul called. Davion Hill hit the deck hard, but had his feet set and planted. So the Cardinals take advantage of that mistake from Jaden Jinge. UMass makes a plethora of changes. Dwayne Wimbley Jr. checks in, so does Isaiah Placid. Going back to players that usually aren't in the rotation, Placid, it's been up and down for him. He played over 20 minutes against Miami, but only played 1 minute against Buffalo. To the near corner, Mason Jones. His three-pointer is long. Garbuccia the other way for UMass. He moves quickly. Handoff Banks. Top of the key 3. Unable to get it to fall. Foul called on the floor. Looks like it goes against Ball State and Preston Copeland. Just under 17 minutes to go here in the second half. 40-27, the Minutemen lead. Garbuccia, the inbound on the right side of the basket. Right side of the court, UMass handles it with Placid. Garbuccia straight away, guarded by Copeland, has the mismatch and a foul called on his way to the rim. Preston Copeland grabbed him from behind. So back-to-back fouls called against Preston Copeland. Make that 3 fouls on him, a guy that the Cardinals do not want to have in foul trouble. Wimbley to the near corner. Fires over to his left to Placid. Garbuccia handles it at the point. A screen left from Bediol. Now the push. Bouncer to Bediol underneath the basket. Gets past Copeland for 2. 42-27 Minutemen. UMass just pulling away at this point. Ziegler with the push to kick out Maxey. Top of the key 3. It's short. A fight for the board. Banks comes away with it past Mason Jones. Bediol straight away. Fires left to Banks. Now he pushes. A far mid-range jumper swirls out. Jones climbs the ladder to get the rebound for the Cardinals. Just north of 16 minutes to go in the second half. 42-27 UMass. Ziegler with the push. Draws the foul. The question is, will it be on the shot? It appears it more than likely won't. Check that it actually will. So Armani Ziegler to shoot 2 free throws. That was the question as he was carrying that ball to the rim. Ziegler to shoot 2 free throws. The Cardinals haven't shot many free throws today. This will actually be their 3rd and 4th attempt as he gets the first one to fall. Caden Fish checks in for Preston Copeland. Armani Ziegler in his first year as a Cardinal. Really, it's been the layup package that everyone talks about with him. So flashy. He's got a million tricks in his bag. That's why SportsLink did a story on the art of the layup produced by Evan Cummings and Dylan Budd. Out now. Check it out, the art of the layup with Armani Ziegler. Top of the key, UMass controls it after Ziegler goes 2 for 2. Banks the right wing 3, too long. He's unable to respond, but Wimbley the offensive rebound for UMass. Garbuccia at the point. Pushes inside. He is fouled hard on the baseline trying to kick out. With 15:42 to go in the second half, UMass a 42-29 lead over the Cardinals. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Men's Basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We are back with 15:42 to go in the second half. Ball State trails 42-29 to UMass. But for the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos, and SportsLink program information, you can find this at ballstatesportslink.com. Again, that's ballstatesportslink.com. Indeed, with the best stories in Ball State sports, including the one I just mentioned right before the break, the art of the layup with Armani Ziegler. Really a great piece. With Mick Tidrow in it as well, the voice of the Cardinals, just talking about the unreal layup package that Ziegler has to offer. But so far in this matchup, the Cardinals have not been able to catch a break. It's 42-29 in UMass's favor. The Cardinals still aren't shooting the ball particularly well, 28% from the field. But just trying to get back within reach of this UMass team that has had multiple guys firing on all cylinders. But per usual, it's been the Leonardo Bedial show for UMass. 8 points for him. 9 rebounds as well. And to shoot free throws for UMass, it's Danny Carbuccia out of the media timeout, right side of the basket. First one's short. Carbuccia is a guy that out of high school just last year, he was the number 4 player in the state of New York. So Frank Martin, the head coach of UMass, knew he had to go out and get him. He's a top 20 point guard nationally. Gets the second free throw to go. 43-29 UMass after the fact. And Danny Carbuccia has been a focal point as a freshman on this UMass team, fighting for a bid in the MAC tournament. Bouncer to Mason Jones, far mid-range area for Ball State. Kick out straightaway, Maxey to the near corner. Barnes, his three-pointer goes in and out. Bedial the board for UMass. 43-29 our score in favor of the Minutemen. Carbuccia pushes inside, lays up and in. 45-29 for UMass with Danny Carbuccia. Caden Fish has it at the top of the key. The give to Barnes. A screen right from Fish. Now the push from Barnes. And a kick out to the high block to Fish. Now Mason Jones, top of the key three, off the front of the rim. Bedial once more with the rebound for UMass. Just under 15 minutes to go in this matchup. Carbuccia takes it up. A bouncer on the high elbow for Wembley. A push inside for Bedial. Poked away by Jones. It goes out of bounds off of Mason Jones. But that's interesting because it looked like it was last touched by Bedial. And the Cardinals are even saying, wait, was that not? Because Bedial tried to save it. He may have actually done the oldest trick in the book, the throw back on Jones off of his shin, out of bounds on the baseline. Your typical playground trick. I used to do that all the time. And that's probably why I'm here. The inbound for UMass with Carbuccia. Bouncer to Bedial. Underneath the basket goes strong and good. Bedial is just now 1 rebound away from a double-double. 47-29 Minutemen. Ziegler tries to carve his way inside on the high block. Bouncer to Fish. Underneath the basket goes glass and good for 2. 47-31. He had the mismatch with Marcus Banks Jr. Just north of 14 minutes to go in this matchup. 16-point UMass lead. Bedial wide open underneath the basket. Fish met him, but it's 2 points for UMass. 49-31. Ziegler straight away controls it. Pick right from Fish. Now it's Juwan Maxine. A foul called on the floor. Goes against UMass. Looks like it goes against Bedial for what will be his second foul of the game. But they change it after the fact. They actually give it to Marcus Banks. So Bedial still only with one foul, which is good news for UMass as they lead by 18. Plenty of good news for them, as a matter of fact. Jones wide open for three. Off the back iron, can't hit. Placid, the board for UMass. Another 14 minutes to go in this matchup. 49-31, the lead for the Minutemen. Carbuccia the push, off-balance shot in the mid-range area. Goes out of bounds off of the rim, off of Ball State. It stays here with UMass. Cardinals just can't catch a break in any regard. But a couple of changes. We got Preston Copeland, and for the first time today, J. Anthony Bearden, widely known as Papa J on this Ball State team. A guy who redshirted last year, playing now in his 13th game of the season. Carbuccia to inbound for UMass, left side of the basket. To Marcus Banks, near corner three. Off balance, misses it front rim, and a long rebound by Placid. UMass controls off of the offensive board. The shot missed on the near mid-range area for Marcus Banks. Cardinals back the other way. Elmore James, open driving lane, through two Minutemen, draws the foul. Elmore James with no fear that time. He'll shoot two free throws. He was met by Isaiah Placid and Luka Damjanits. As Elmore James looks to shoot two free throws for the Cardinals. Devin Barnes at the scorer's table. As Elmore James, the first free throw is good. You know, for Elmore, the last 3 years he played at Ohio. And he actually got to play against Ohio for the second time this season. Just a few days ago, he played 17 minutes, had 4 points, but still cool for him. That was his first time going back home to Ohio to play at their Convocation Center. He goes 2 for 2 from the stripe, 49-33. A little over 13 minutes to go in the second half. Danny Carbuccia the other way, left to right for UMass as they work. Fires left to Damjanits on the perimeter. High block Carbuccia, whips it left to Wembley. The push inside. The dish on the baseline to Placid. Goes strong and fouled. Isaiah Placid hit the deck hard after that. And the Cardinals look to make a change after that with Davion Hill checking into the matchup. But Isaiah Placid to shoot 2 free throws. Talking to head coach Frank Martin, he was saying, we have a lot of guys who can make shots. And Isaiah Placid is one of those guys. High regard for the graduate student. First free throw is good. It's been quite the journey for Placid. This is his first Division I season. He played at Eckerd College the last 2 years, and then he was at Kankakee College the previous 2. So playing at the JUCO level, finally getting his shot. Trying to make the most of it here. Placid gets the second one to fall, 51-33 over the Cardinals. Just under 13 minutes to go in this matchup. Ziegler at the Cardinal head. Screen left Copeland. The drive inside from Ziegler. Pivots to the outside to Elmore James. The push, the bouncer for Hill. Drives baseline and good with the shot. Davion Hill makes it 51-35 UMass. Minutemen move quickly to the right side. Parker the three, misses it short. Offensive rebound, Placid on the high block. Danny Carbucci at the top of the key controls. Near corner, KJ Parker. UMass moving it around the perimeter, spreading the love. Carbuccia straight away, lasers right to Parker. The drive in with his right hand, mid-range shot goes off the glass and in. Off the window for KJ Parker, 53-35. Just a little over 12 minutes to go in this game. Davion Hill takes it up, top of the key three, he tries and hits. Davion Hill, 53-38 UMass. Quite the response for Hill. 8 points for him on the day now. Isaiah Placid left side, the fire inside for Wembley. Now Dom Janitz in a fight for the ball on the baseline. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Cardinals, however, so it will be Ball State ball out of the media timeout. We'll take a break of our own with 11:37 to go in this matchup, 53-38 UMass. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
This broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or just visit victorymuncie.com. Again, that's victorymuncie.com. 11:37 to go in this matchup, 53-38 UMass, a game where the Minutemen have led the whole way and have dominated the whole way. And I want to talk about their head coach for a second, that being Frank Martin in his 4th season. But before that, he spent 10 years at South Carolina, where really he was one of the best coaches in program history. It's not easy being in the SEC, but he did just fine there. By just fine, that's an understatement. He led them to the Final Four in 2017 as a 7 seed. They ended up falling in the process. That was really a great tournament, and they were one of the Cinderella stories, quote-unquote, of it. But before that, he was at Kansas State for 5 years, where Kansas State, even though they're a widely successful program in college basketball, that was their best 5-year stretch in program history under Frank Martin. But the really cool thing that I found interesting, maybe that's a big part as to why he's here at UMass, is his wife, Anya. She ran track and field at UMass. Frank and his wife, Anya, are still constant supporters of that program. As the Cardinals control it right to left, Copeland on the high block. He's guarded by Bedial. Looks to back him down. He kicks out to Ziegler instead, near corner. Now he pushes on the baseline. The kick out Hill, top of the key 3. Unable to hit. Long rebound goes to KJ Parker. Just north of 11 minutes to go in this matchup. It's been all UMass. Parker with his left hand floats it up short. Copeland the board. Back the other way, we work with Armani Ziegler. Straightaway screen from Copeland. Swings inside to J. Anthony Bearden. Ball State spreads it along the perimeter now. Ziegler with a screen left from Copeland. Bouncer to James underneath the basket. He's stifled by a sea of UMass black. Looks for Bearden, has it batted out of bounds. Goes off of J. Anthony Bearden, though. Elmore James wants a review. He is not going to get it. It appears, at least. And that is the fact. UMass, they take it up left to right. With 10:42 to go in this matchup, KJ Parker the other way. The handoff left to Placid. Fakes the give on the right side. Now he pushes. It's too strong on the shot. Goes out of bounds off of Preston Copeland on the baseline. It stays here with UMass. Parker to inbound on the left side of the basket. But he moves out of position. Now it's Marcus Banks Jr. Lobs up for Wembley Jr. Hands off Parker at the free throw line. Now Banks for three, straight away, falling back, takes one hop, two, and into the hands of Preston Copeland. Ziegler tries to go coast to coast to the far corner to Elmore James. Cardinals move quickly. James at the MAC logo to Bearden, left side three. Off the back iron, he misses it. Just under 10 minutes to go. Bedial at the top of the key for UMass. On the high block, whips over to his right to Parker. He tries a mid-range shot. It swirls out. Davion Hill the board off of the tip from Copeland. Cardinals right to left. Hill with the strong take to the glass and good with the foul. Davion Hill, he has 10 points, and he looks to complete the three-point play for potentially the second time in this matchup. Davion Hill, just a guy who's had quite the journey. We mentioned it earlier. Frank Martin of UMass, he tried to recruit Davion Hill to the Minutemen. Didn't quite work. Now he's a Cardinal. He said in the preseason that time and time again, I've had to prove myself. I was never the tallest guy on the floor. He's 6'2", and he had to do the little stuff. And I guess the little things end up being the big things, and that was a really big thing for Davion Hill to complete the three-point play as he just did, making that free throw. 53-41 UMass. 9.5 minutes to go in this matchup. Placid at the top of the key, fires left to Banks. The lob up inside for Bedial. Into a sea of white to kick out straight away. Banks for three off the left side of the rim. Placid the offensive rebound. He tries to go strong to the glass, and he is fouled on the shot. So Isaiah Placid to shoot 2 free throws for UMass. The graduate student in his first Division I season. Placid joining a very historically good UMass team. I mean, UMass really on pace as he misses the first free throw. UMass is on pace to have their third season in the last 4 years above 500 overall. That's no tall task. That is a tall task, I should say. That is very impressive to do. Big props there to Frank Martin. Second free throw is good. Caden Fish checks in for the Cardinals. It's 54-41 UMass. Davion Hill takes it up. The give to Bearden. Now back to Hill straight away. Pushes in left side. Had it poked away. Gets it right back. Underneath the basket. A fight on the deck. He's able to get away. He's on the near corner. Bedial guards him. 10 on the shot clock. A step back move. Now he drives baseline. Handoff Fish. Goes strong to the glass and is fouled. Caden Fish to shoot 2 free throws for the Cardinals with 8:52 to go in this game. Caden Fish, a 66% free throw shooter. Fish, one of 2 transfers from the Cardinals, not just this year, but last year, that have come from Power 5 schools. Last year, it was Joey Hart, who came from Kentucky. Joey Hart has only played 4 games this year due to injury. I hope everything's all right there. And then Caden Fish, who came from Iowa State, misses the second free throw. He drained the first. It's 54-42 UMass. Under 9 minutes to go in this game. Carbuccia takes it up left to right for the Minutemen. He's guarded by Ziegler. Looks left to Damjanec. Now a pick from him. Fires right to Banks on the perimeter. UMass spreads the love along the perimeter with Carbuccia, who steps back, now pushes inside middle of the paint, blocked by Fish. Cardinals the other way. Ziegler fouled from behind by Wimbley Jr. Strong take that time, but Caden Fish from behind doing some glass cleaning. And that's team foul number 8 for UMass. Ball State's in the bonus, so Armani Ziegler to the stripe. So far today, Ziegler has 5 points. He's 1 for 8 from the field. It hasn't been his best shooting day, but That's really what it's been for the Cardinals all in all. Only 31% from the field compared to UMass shooting 38%. Ziegler just trying to fight his way through into this matchup, and he misses it on the 1-and-1, but Fish gets the rebound for the Cardinals. Davion Hill walks the tightrope on the half-court line. A screen left from Fish. Now the push underneath the basket, misses it short, but he's fouled. Foul goes against Luka Damjanec. And Davion Hill has another chance to shoot two, trying to cut that UMass lead down to 10 with 8:09 to go. But Davion Hill, full steam ahead. He always talks about doing the little things, and really I think that's one of the big things, getting to the free throw line. First free throw is good. 6'2", 225 pounds. Coming out of Northwest Florida State. He's actually not the only Cardinal athlete to transfer from Northwest Florida State. Ball State baseball with catcher Preston Murphy just came from that school last year. I was talking to Preston the other day as Hill goes 2 for 2, and he was telling me I wasn't shocked when I saw Davion on campus the first day. 54-44 UMass. Carbuccia fires right to Banks. Screen from Clerk, now the push Banks. Step back jumper for two is good. Marcus Banks Jr. is pure. 56-44 UMass. Ziegler the other way, trying to create some sparks for the Cardinals. He motors in, goes to Fish, top of the key. Now it's Bearden who chest pass over to Fish straight away. Ziegler off of the handoff. Caden Fish in the near mid-range area, guarded by Banks. He backs him down. Double team. Goes up and through with the shot good and the foul. Big Fish with a big shot. UMass by 10 with 7:23 to go. But a timeout called. That gets the crowd into it. That's huge for the Cardinals. The foul goes against Marcus Banks Jr. That'll take us to a quick timeout. You're listening to Ball State Men's Basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
For the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos, and SportsLink program information, you can find this at ballstatesportslink.com. Again, that's ballstatesportslink.com. We return with about 7:23 to go in this matchup. It's 56-46 UMass in a game has been dominated by the Minutemen. However, the Cardinals are making a late push. Caden Fish with that huge shot to make it a 10-point game. Out of the timeout, he will look to complete a three-point play that will put the Cardinals within a three-possession threshold. That's huge for the Cardinals, considering the fact that it's been big play after big play that they've had in the last 5 minutes, and now they're finally able to be in a position to capitalize. Due in large part to Davion Hill and his performance today. 13 points. He has been spectacular. 2 rebounds, 2 assists to add on to that as well. Juwan Maxey also in double figures for the Cardinals with 10. Going on the UMass side, they have 3 players in double figures. KJ Parker with 10, Leonardo Bediol with 12, and then Danny Carbuccia with 10. But not far behind, guys, Isaiah Placid with 8, and then Marcus Banks Jr. with 8. So really everyone's scoring for UMass in bunches. With 7:23 to go. It's actually Davion Hill to shoot the free throw out of the timeout on a technical free throw. First free throw is good, 56-47. It's the first one to fall. Everyone else lined up at the half-court line for these technical free throws. Hill gets the second one to fall, and the Cardinals get possession. So it was more than just that Fish shot. And now you get Caden Fish to look to complete that three-point play. 56-48. So I guess there was a technical foul in the process as well. So now Fish gets to try and complete the three-point play. Misses it short, and the long rebound for Davion Hill. He fights for it. The Cardinals are within 8 and have possession. Just over 7 minutes to go. J. Anthony Bearden at the top of the key. Fires right to Ziegler. He's on the high block. Pushes out on Parker. Over the Hill straight away. Dribbles with his right hand. 3 on the shot clock. The step back from Hill at the horn. Swirls out. Bettiol the board for UMass. Would have been a big play. Carbuccia left to right for UMass. On the right wing, looks left to Placid. On an island, takes the shot for 3. It swirls out. Fish bats it over to Ziegler. Cardinals have it. 6.5 minutes to go in this one. Ziegler high block. Fires right to Hill. Dribbles in left hand. Underneath the basket. Goes strong and good. Davion Hill makes it a 2-possession game. 56-50 UMass. Unreal stuff from Hill. Carbuccia for the Minutemen. Looks left, has Placid straight away. UMass trying to counter to this Ball State run. 6-0 Cardinal run. KJ Parker, left side 3. Unable to respond, and a fight for the rebound, and it looks like they give the foul to J. Anthony Bearden. It was a fight for the board. He got a little bit too handsy with Leonardo Bettiol. Mason Jones checks into the matchup for the Cardinals, and also long time no see for UMass. We got Jaden Jingay checking back in. Comes in for Wembley. Preston Copeland checks in for Caden Fish as well. Fish, he runs off the court a little bit gingerly. You hope everything's all right. He did come down pretty hard earlier in the matchup. UMass to inbound on the baseline with Jingay on the high block. Now it's Carbuccia who fires left over to Parker. 10 on the shot clock. Carbuccia controls straight away, guarded by Jones. Fires right, intercepted by Ziegler. It goes out of bounds on the near side. Stays with UMass. But Armani Ziegler continues to be a pest defensively. Here we go, Placid to inbound. Carbuccia top of the key. Fires right to Parker. 1 on the shot clock, puts it up, and that looks to be a shot clock violation, and it is. That was right at the horn, but the officials saw it. Crowds into it here at Worthen Arena. 56-50. UMass leads. 5.5 minutes to go in this game. The Cardinals making it close. Davion Hill, screen left Copeland. On the high post. The kick out to Ziegler on the right side. Screen from Copeland. At the top of the key to Elmore James. The push, the spin move, the shot, and in! Elmore James makes it a 4-point game. 56-52. UMass is scrambling. Just north of 5 minutes to go. Danny Carbuccia. He is clamped up by Ziegler. Fires left to Jingay on the left wing. Bouncer on the high post. The Bettiol, he's double teamed. Puts up the tough shot, is fouled by Copeland. Leonardo Bettiol to shoot 2 free throws. And a 2-possession UMass lead. But Elmore James with the big-time fadeaway shot that made it a 4-point game. Michael Lewis calls for his Cardinals to come meet with him out of the break. He's on one knee on the far side by the scorer's table talking to his Cardinals in white. Michael Lewis today rocking the red quarter zip. as he gets off of one knee. But he's not proposing. He's talking to his guys. UMass is also in the bonus now. Keep that in mind. As Bedial, he shoots 2 free throws for this UMass team. Leonardo Bedial, the graduate student. First free throw is good as the fans give him a hard time. Bedial make it now 12 games in a row with 15-plus points. He has been sensational this season. Second free throw is good. He has 13 points now and a 58-52 lead. He has 14 rebounds as well. Another double-double for him. No surprise. 58-52 UMass. 4:45 to go in this game. Cardinals have possession right to left. Ziegler at the top of the key. Fires right. Hill, his three-pointer. Off back iron, it misses. Wembley the board for UMass. This place would have come unglued if Hill was able to get that shot to fall. Bedial on the high post. Guarded by Fish. Backs him down. Bounce past Jingay underneath the basket to kick out Wembley in the far corner. He's caught traveling. Dwayne Wembley Jr. travels. Gives the Cardinals an advantage. Ball State trails by 6 with 4:14 to go. They have possession. For Armani Ziegler to take it up. Feed inside. Fish poked away by Carbuccia and out of bounds on the baseline. It stays with Ball State, and Carbuccia is upset. Apparently over with his teammates saying, why weren't you there to back me up after that? Because no one was there to get a hold of that ball. So Ball State, left side of the basket on the baseline, left end of the court to inbound. Davion Hill has it far corner. Now he pushes with his left hand. He is fouled. Remember, the Cardinals are in the bonus. So Davion Hill to the free throw line. Another trip for him, and what would be so huge for the Cardinals to potentially make it a 4-point game. But looking at the shooting numbers for UMass, they've only made 1 of their last 9. No field goals in the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Really, it really has been all Cardinals. Hill gets the first one to fall. Ball State has had an offensive explosion here in this last 5 minutes or so. As Davion Hill takes a deep breath. Takes 3 dribbles, now the roll, now the shot. It's good. Cardinals only trail by 4 now. Danny Carbuccia takes it up left to right. He's at the beak of the Cardinal head. A bouncer to Wembley Jr. on the right wing. Kick out straight away, Jingay. The handoff to Carbuccia. He's double teamed. Now the Bedial at the free throw line to push it inside. That's an offensive foul. Big time stuff. Timeout called, 3:44 to go. The last media timeout. Ball State has made this a 2-possession game. We'll be right back with the conclusion to this matchup. UMass leads by 4. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
3:44 to go in this matchup. UMass leads 58-54 over Ball State. In what promises to be a thriller, a tight finish potentially. The Cardinals looking to battle back in a game that they were down by 18 in at one point. UMass has just not been shooting the ball well. One of their last 9 they've hit. They haven't made a field goal in the last 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And Ball State, Davion Hill's been the hero today. 19 points. And here's the big picture. 8 for 8 from the charity stripe. That's the big number for me at least. Davion Hill has been spectacular in that regard. Ball State giving the fans what they want, a tight game. The Cardinals to inbound with Mason Jones right to left on the opposite baseline. And Ziegler to take it up. Here we go. Non-stop entertainment today here at Worthen Arena. Elmore James on the right wing for the Cardinals. Bouncer to Hill, top of the key. Carbuccia guards him closely. Now the push from Hill. Goes strong to the cup, misses it long, gets his own rebound. Ziegler left wing, thought about the three. Screen right from Fish, he doesn't take it, moves left. He's double teamed, bouncer to Elmore James, left side. To Davion Hill, top of the key, three, misses it left. It was off of the backboard, didn't even graze the rim. Carbuccia takes it up, just north of 3 minutes to go, 58-54 Minutemen. Damjanits, hands off right to Carbuccia. UMass slows it down with Wembley Jr. Drives on the baseline. Kick out Carbuccia at the free throw line. Poked away. Davion Hill fights for it on the floor. Jingay comes up with it first. Over and back called, though, on Wembley Jr. of UMass. Jingay passed it out to him right at the Cardinal head, but he was right on that line. Jaden Jingay gave it to Wembley Jr. He was on the opposite end of the Cardinal head. That gives the Cardinals what they need. Down by 4 with 2:47 to go. Ziegler on the far side of the court to inbound. Davion Hill on the right wing. Carbuccia guards him closely in a double team. Near corner Jones, his three. Drano! Cardinals within one. Mason Jones drills the three. The Cardinals have come out to play. Timeout called by Frank Martin. You can't make this up, folks. 58-57 Minutemen. 2:21 to go in a game where the Cardinals have not led yet. They're within 1 of UMass. In a game that they were down by 18, they are down by just 1. With 2:21 to go. Unreal stuff. In a game that really, even at halftime, maybe some fans even marked it as a loss on the Cardinals' schedule already. Would have been their 20th loss of the year. But Ball State's still in it. And by the way, they have all the momentum in the world. But UMass has been playing close game after close game. A 4-point win in overtime against Buffalo. Then, against number 22 Miami, they play close. Then they only lose by 7 to Akron. But remember, 8 of the 15 conference games for UMass, they've been decided by 3 points or less. And this might be one of those affairs. A UMass team that's been up and down when it comes to finishing late. Could this be another one of their woes being on full display here at Worthen Arena? The first time UMass has ever made the trip here. And regardless of what the result of this matchup is, this might be a very eventful trip. With 2:21 to go, UMass has possession out of the timeout from Frank Martin. Marcus Banks Jr. on the far side to inbound. Here we go. Danny Carbuccia takes it up for UMass, left to right. Fires left to Parker. The handoff to Banks. He's in trouble. Top of the key, Parker, the three. Misses short. James the rebound for the Cardinals. Ball State back the other way. Davion Hill slows it down. He controls it on the right wing. Tries to back down the man. Feet inside for Fish, goes to Ziegler. Near corner, Elmore James. Pushes inside with his right hand. The kick out to Davion Hill. 7 on the shot clock. Spins his way inside at the free throw line. The shot off the left side. Long rebound, Ziegler. A minute and a half to go. Timeout called by the Cardinals. What in the world is happening? A minute and 34 to go. UMass leads 58-57. And it was 2 offensive rebounds for the Cardinals that time that led to this huge moment now where the Cardinals, they have an opportunity to take the lead out of the timeout. It would be their first lead of the day. Unreal. In a game that was dominated by UMass. And UMass has not scored in the last 3 minutes and 18 seconds. The Cardinals have completely stonewalled them. Ball State, they've had their hearts broken many a time here at Worthen Arena this year. The Kent State game comes to mind. It was a 7-point loss, but it was a game where they had one of the best teams in the Mid-American Conference on the ropes. Same with the Akron game. That was their last time out. They were only down by 4 at halftime to the second-best team in the Mid-American Conference. Now they look to combat those woes here tonight with a minute 34 to go. Ziegler on the far side. He inbounds. Here we go. Davion Hill, top of the key. Pushes in left hand, and he is fouled by Carbuccia. Cardinals are in the bonus. This could be trouble for UMass. Davion Hill to go to the free throw line. He's 8 for 8 from the stripe today. Looks to add to that total. Davion Hill, 19 points today. 8 of those 19 coming from free throws. Looks to make it 10. And he's able to get it to fall off of back iron. Had everyone scared for a second, but Davion Hill, for the first time since 0-0, this game is tied with a minute 32 to go. Hill, a deep breath. Cardinals take the lead. Davion Hill makes it 59-58. He has 21 points. Danny Carbuccia the other way for the Minutemen. Ball State with their first lead of the contest. UMass needs a bucket. Carbuccia off of the screen. The drive inside. Goes strong to the glass. Misses it. Damjanitz the rebound. Wembley leaves it short. Cardinals long rebound. Ziegler. Cardinals need a bucket, and they need it bad. Up by 1. A minute to go. Flat. Ziegler takes it up. He's on the right wing. Backs down the man. He's double teamed. 50 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Ziegler pushes inside. Goes strong. Misses it. Fish with the putback and good. 61-58. Timeout called by Martin and company. Big Fish with the big play. 42.5 seconds to go. Ball State, 61-58. They lead over the Minutemen. Here we go. Ziegler on the right side of the basket. To give to Hill, near side. History at the horn. It's too long. We're going to overtime. What in the world? 61-61. We have overtime here at Worthen Arena. This game is mad. We'll be right back with more Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
We're going to overtime here. 61-61. Caden Fish was the hero. He tied it. He actually gave the Cardinals quite the advantage. And UMass tied it. It was Isaiah Placid with the biggest shot of his life. He had a bunch of those against Miami. Really made that game close. He actually tied the game late against Miami, just as he did now. That was a game that UMass couldn't get the job done against the only unbeaten team in the country. Caden Fish and Dimitri Clerk to tip it off here for overtime. Ball State right to left, UMass left to right. Fight for it. And Banks tries to save it from going out of bounds on the baseline, goes to the Cardinals. So Ball State wins the tip out of overtime. I think there was a moment where we had some dead air there due to a technical issue. I luckily fixed that right before the last shot. So you're welcome. Ziegler takes it up right to left. Caden Fish is screen right. He's on the high post. Dribbles left to right. 4.5 minutes to go in overtime. Ziegler the push. Hand off Fish. Goes strong and good off glass. 63-61 Cardinals. Carbuccia left to right. UMass in control with it. Top of the key. Jingay controls. Now the push on Jones, and he's fouled by Mason Jones. Jaden Jingay. It's been an up and down game for him so far. He's yet to score. And he really hasn't played that much, but he's been a pest defensively. And he shoots 2 free throws. Jaden Jingay, the junior, all 3 years played right here at UMass, wearing that number 11. First free throw, it's good. With 4:17 to go, it's 63-62 Cardinals. What a game we have on hand. Now Jingay. He ties it. Armani Ziegler back the other way for the Cardinals. We're tied at 63. Screen to his left from Fish. Thought about the 3. He hesitates. Ziegler a screen left from Fish. Now the push. He's on the high post. Kick out James. Now to the near corner and Hill. 5 is on the shot clock. Davion Hill a spin move into the paint. Puts up a floater. Strong take it. Good. 65-63. Davion Hill can't miss. He's got 23 points. Danny Carbuccia. Screen left. Now the push. Off of Hill, puts up a strong take and in off glass. Danny Carbuccia ties it at 65 all. 3.5 minutes to go. What a game. Ziegler straight away. He's on an island, but Banks guards him now. Fish screens left. Now the three. Ziegler hits. 68-65, and the officials want to look at this. I think they're deciding whether this was a 3 or a 2, and they want to do this now rather than later. That looked like that was right on the line, too. But Armani Ziegler, we had to wait a little bit to see him come out. But 8 points now, especially with that 3 there. It really hasn't been his day shooting the ball. 2 for 10. But potentially the biggest shot of the game right there from Armani Ziegler. This Worthing crowd loving all of it. In what might be one of the best games in the entire season. And there have been some thrillers here at Worthing Arena, some that the Cardinals have won. One that comes to mind is that win against Ohio back in January. That was huge for the Cardinals. Devin Barnes had essentially the game-winning shot in the paint. And that NIU game just a few weeks back where Caden Fish had that dunk late that was clutch for the Cardinals. So Ball State has proven they can win at Worthing in the clutch. But can they do it again here against a conference foe in UMass? We come out of the review. The officials still converging. They don't want to get this one wrong. And who says you can blame them? One of the biggest. And it's a 3. Call on the floor stands as a 3-point shot. Usually that's a quick review, but in this juncture of the game with 3:13 to go in overtime, Cardinals by 3, you have to get that call right. And Carbuccia takes it up for UMass. He looks to counter. UMass needs a response, and they need it now. Placid has it, top of the key, a step back. Ziegler tries to poke away. He hangs on. Carbuccia at the top of the key, a screen from Clerk. Now the drive inside, and a foul called against Elmore James of the Cardinals on the floor. Again, UMass is in the bonus, so it stays here with free throws for Danny Carbuccia. Carbuccia, the ultimate facilitator for this team. He had 17 assists in a game earlier this year, which is the most in a game in program history. The 1-and-1 misses off the back iron. 2:45 to go in overtime. Cardinals by 3. Ziegler looks to put the icing on the cake. Has a screen from Fish. Now the drive on Clerk. He goes back outside to the perimeter, resets. Ziegler handles with his left hand. A step back. Thought about the 3. He's in trouble. The pivot over to James. Near corner Jones. 3 on the shot clock. Has to take it. Step back mid-range. In and out. Fight for the board. Dimitri Clerk handles it. And a foul call on the floor against Ball State. Michael Lewis is telling his guys, hey, calm down. We're fine. And Michael Lewis subtly talking to his guy Armani Ziegler about what just happened. And Isaiah Placid to shoot the free throw for UMass. He'll shoot 2 with 2:19 to go. First free throw is good. 68-66. UMass looks to put it within 1 with 2:19 to go. Placid, a deep breath, and the shot, it's in. 68-67. Isaiah Placid making a big impact today. Make it 12 points for him as the Cardinals take it up with Armani Ziegler. Bouncer over the hill, top of the key. He drives in. Tough take. Got it with the foul. Oh, my goodness, Davion Hill. He looks to complete the 3-point play. Are you kidding me? with 2:03 to go. That'd make it a 4-possession game, or 2-possession game, I should say. Make it a 4-point lead. Davion Hill, he has 25 points. Make it 26 now. That's a season high for Hill. He's put the team on his back today. Cardinals by 4. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Over the Banks, top of the key. To Jinge on the left wing. Pushes in right side with the right hand. Carbuccia straight away off of the kick out. Clerk with the screen right. Pick and roll to Clerk. Hill pokes it away. 90 seconds left in overtime. Cardinals by 4. They look to put the cherry on top with Armani Ziegler. Screen right, Fish. Now the push. Foul called. Goes against UMass. Caden Fish was able to draw it off of that screen at the top of the key. Goes against Marcus Banks Jr. And Caden Fish goes to the free throw line with 1:21 to go. Ball State leads 71-67. Caden Fish. First free throw. Misses. He's 0 for 2 now from the stripe today. In what has been a thrilling game. Here we go, Fish. He's able to go 1 for 2, hits the second free throw. Cardinals by 5, just north of a minute to go in overtime. Placid left wing, screen right, Clerk. Now the drive on the high post, goes strong, got it with the foul. Isaiah Placid, you are ridiculous. UMass has life. You can't make this up. Isaiah Placid, a guy who only played 1 minute in the Buffalo game for this UMass team, has an opportunity to make this a 2-point game. He has 14 points tonight. Make it 15. 72-70, Cardinals lead, 1:11 to go. Armani Ziegler takes it up. And he calls a timeout. Ball State has 1 timeout left after this, but boy, oh boy, has this one come down to the wire. With 1:06 to go here in overtime, you can hear a pin drop in the building. Everyone on the edge of their seat waiting for the conclusion of this game. Knowing that this is the biggest game of the season for both teams. If UMass can get the win, that puts them even closer to competing for a MAC tournament bid. As right now they have that 8th seed, they would be locked in. The Cardinals on the brink of elimination. They need a win to keep their tournament hopes alive. Ball State trying to do all they can to win this matchup, to will their way into a victory. Here we go, Ziegler, far side to inbound. Over to Mason Jones, now Davion Hill at the Cardinal head. He slows it down, 1 minute to go in overtime. Cardinals by 2. Ziegler straight away, double team, now to Fish at the free throw line. Puts up a shot, blocked by Clerk. UMass the other way. Over to Banks Jr. The drive with his right hand. The spin move through 2 Cardinals. Puts up a fadeaway. Misses it. Offensive rebound. Jinge. Far side Placid. The 3. Drado! Drado! Isaiah Placid. 18 points. UMass has their first lead of overtime. 73-72. 35 seconds to go. Michael Lewis has lost it. Isaiah Placid with the biggest shot of the season so far for UMass. He has 18 points now. Unreal. 35 seconds to go, and that just sucked the soul out of Worthen Arena right there. The biggest shot of the season for Isaiah Placid. Gave the Minutemen their first lead in a long while. A 6-0 run for UMass. The Cardinals thought they may have even had the dagger here in overtime. That Ziegler 3 really looked promising. That Davion Hill and one maybe thought they had it on ice. But that's not the case. Cardinals trail by 1 with 35 seconds to go. 5 seconds separate shot and game clock. Here we go, folks. Ball State with possession right to left. Ziegler takes it up. Cardinals trail by 1. The handoff to Hill at the top of the key. Drives in with his left hand. Goes strong. Misses it. Fish fights for the board. It's out of bounds. The Ball State on the baseline. The Cardinals catch another break. 1.8 separating shot and game clock. 21.8 on the game clock. Hill to inbound right side of the basket. Here's the give to Ziegler. Pushes in right side. Puts up the tough layup and in. Armani Ziegler gives the Cardinals the lead. 16.7 to go in overtime. Timeout called. Ziegler picked the perfect time to come alive. Overtime is Ziegler time. 74-73 Ball State. The shot clock is off. All the Cardinals need to do is get a stop. But UMass, if they score, then they live another day. 16.7 to go. Armani Ziegler has 10 points today, 3 for 11 from the field, but 5 of those points have come in overtime, and they have been the biggest points of the game. The three-pointer that gave the Cardinals a 2-possession advantage in overtime. Then that tough layup from Ziegler. Unreal stuff. But it's been Davion Hill today. It's been his game. 26 points. 26 for Hill. That's the second most amount of points a Cardinal has scored this year, right behind Jawan Maxey's 27. As UMass, they have one last opportunity with 16.7 to go. In a game that they had dominated, they were up by 18. Now they're on the brink of losing it. You know the saying, it's our game to lose. It's whoever's game to lose. Well, this was UMass's game to lose. And they're 16.7 away from losing it. Cardinals need one more stop. Ball State leads by 1. Carbuccia takes it up for the Minutemen. 10 seconds left. Jean Gay at the top of the key. Handoff left to Placid. 7 seconds on the game clock. With his left hand in a spin move. He's in a jam. 1 second, a shot for the win. Long, it misses. Ball State wins. Ball State wins. Don't call it a comeback. The Cardinals were down by 18. They were left for dead. And they win this game 74-73. Unworldly comeback for the Cardinals. They force overtime and get the W. Ball State needed that win more than anything, and they got it. You can thank a lot of people. You can thank Davion Hill. You can thank Armani Ziegler. And that's what the fans needed. In the second to last home game of the season, the Cardinals deliver. In what might be the biggest win of the season for Ball State. And for UMass, they have a long bus ride back to Massachusetts after that one. Heartbreaking stuff for the Minutemen. They had the game in their control. But Ball State pulls away. Player of the game could go to multiple different people. Davion Hill had 26 points. Armani Ziegler had that clutch shot to give the Cardinals the lead. Davion Hill and Armani Ziegler both decide, I've decided at least, that both of them should share that honor. Hill, 26 points, Ziegler with 10, but Armani Ziegler had the 5 most important points of the game. That three-pointer in overtime, and then that tough layup to give the Cardinals the lead. Armani Ziegler with the clutch gene. And the Cardinal fans go home happy. Unreal stuff. You cannot make this up in any way. Ball State still fighting for their postseason lives, but even if they don't make the MAC tournament, which still, even with the win today, it's unlikely that they will be in Cleveland in March, you have that to walk away with for the season. You have that iconic moment. Armani Ziegler with that clutch shot that will be remembered not just for days, not just for weeks, but potentially years here amongst Ball State students. Maybe that was someone's first Ball State men's basketball game. And if that's the case, then boy, oh boy, you're in for a treat. The Cardinals win in a thriller. No words to describe that one. No comment on my end. Ball State wins this one 74-73 in a game that they were down by 18 at one point. And the Cardinals fought their way back in the biggest win that the Cardinals have had this year. And that'll do it for us here from Worthen Arena. I'm Roen Elbert, and it's been an honor being on this call today for Ball State's 74-73 win over the UMass Minutemen. I'm Roen Elbert. Cardinals get the win, and good night, Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.